I want to talk about hope. Right now, we're fighting, many of us are fighting to hold on to hope. And I went through such a hard time, and I know some of the people come to my lives, they've heard me talk about it, but I went through such a hard time in the last 10 or so years. I guess it's been like 14 years now. 13, 14, that's crazy. Losing people, but also just business problems, every kind of problem you could think of. I mean, just it all got stacked on. And it got to the point where for a couple of years, it was really dark for me. And I did not want to be here anymore. That was scary because in order to get through a hard time, the thing that gets you through a hard time is that inner strength, that resolve, and really hope. Hope that there's going to be a day that you're going to feel better. Hope that things will change, that the sun will come out. It's not just some stupid card that someone gives you. It's an actual real thing, and you need it. But the scary thing about when I was going through the loss that I was going through was I had lost that feeling of hope that I always had in abundance. I always felt hopeful for everything. And I had gone through hard times before, but I felt hopeful. When you lose that, it's very scary because even the people around you don't know how to help you. And I remember thinking there's nothing anyone can do to help me. But I remember one thing in particular that happened one night when I was texting, and, I'm more of a texter when I'm in a dark place. Texting my mom. She was in another state. I was in California and she was in Arizona. And I had just texted her that I didn't want to be here anymore. And my brother actually passed away in 2014 unexpectedly. So that shattered our family. So that's a big part of what happened with me. There was some other things, but that was a big chunk out of it. And so saying that to her, I said that again, I didn't want to say that to her because I knew that would, as a child, losing your child, I did not want to say that to her, but I had nobody else. And I felt like if I don't tell her how serious this is for me right now, I don't know if I'm going to make it. And so I texted her. I said, I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want this anymore. And she launched into another level of being my mom that I've ever seen. She started this new thing where she was going to fight for me. And she would get like almost guttural about it. She's like, I am going to fight for you. I will not let you do this. I will not let this happen. And it was like something in the passion in her voice broke through. It made me kind of feel like that's actually something that could help me, is somebody fighting for me on the outside, because I've kind of lost my will. And I knew she wasn't judging me. I knew she wasn't trying to give me an empty pep talk, or, she wasn't irritated that I was struggling. She actually loved me, and she actually was saying, I will fight for you. I will not let you go down like this. I don't care what I have to do. I will fight for you. Hearing that and feeling that has been such a key turning point in when I tried to start fighting for my life. I started fighting for hope again. And even after that, and I started fighting again, and I started, having some successes. I had some friends betray me. I had some business that went under. I had like all these things happen even after that. So it's not like even after you get out of there, it's not like a Hollywood movie where you could just, everyone cheers and the credits roll. It's been a very, very hard chunk of time out of my life. And I know many of you have experienced the same thing, where it's just like a pile up of just the worst possible things happening all at the same time. And how do I know that is because on my Pluto and Capricorn video that went viral on TikTok, the comments on that video, whenever I feel like I'm losing my way and I read those comments, I'm reminded of how much so many of us deal with all the time. Most people have no idea what we're really dealing with. So I just want to reach out to the people that don't have a person like my mom in their lives. And I want you to know that I'm fighting for you. I'm fighting for you to have hope right now. I know what it's like. I know what it's like to be in the dark, and not just for a couple hours or a month. I was in there for years. And even then, I didn't demolish that dark room, because there's been so many times that so many things have happened that have brought me right back into that dark room. But my stay in that dark room was shorter and shorter. With this stuff happening right now, the one thing I can think of is, wow, finally something's happening that makes sense of what I went through. Because I just felt like a victim of the universe, and like, why not just take me out of here? Why would I be here and have to endure all of this? And I know other people feel the same way. So many people throughout history, so many people are just victims of so many horrific things, way worse than anything I've experienced. And somehow they have found the strength, and some haven't. We always talk about the ones that got through it and found the strength. You know what? Some people didn't find the strength. That's just the facts. And I'm begging you, and I'm coming to you from like my mom on a text. I will fight for you. That's why I've been going live every day. That's why I make all these videos. I really feel like this is a calling. Everything that I do, I just share with you with my experience of what I've been through, with loss and with feeling like you lose your hope. And my experiences with these loved ones that I've lost communicating to me after they pass. And how one of the only things that really helped me after, when I was in that dark space, in that dark room, was literally watching videos about people who had near-death experiences and talking about a life review, and how nothing that goes on here, positive and negative, is not seen and known by a higher source. And it's not a place of judgment and punishment. It's a place of really knowing your impact on others, and knowing, I just know that the people that are doing this will feel what they've made all of us feel, what they made the entire world feel. And all the small random acts of kindness, we're going to feel that, those of us that do that. But it's not about that. But sometimes it helps knowing there's some order to all this. And there really is. There really is. And my final message in all this is, I really want you to listen to yourself. That's what I always tell everybody in my lives, in my life, everywhere I go. Connect with your intuition. Figure out how to listen to that inner voice. That is your personal navigation device directly from source. Nobody can take that from you. Nobody. And you should never fully give yourself over to any other human being in that way. I mean, I've had things happen to me with diagnosis, and the doctor didn't believe me. And we ran more tests and we found it. And then I was in surgery the next morning because I fought for myself. I was an advocate for my health. He doesn't know everything. All he knows is what he knows. A pastor at a church only knows what they know. You may have had more spiritually profound experiences in your life than they've ever had. It doesn't matter if you're a teenager. You may have had more profound experiences and a deeper connection to God and the universe and all things than a person in a leadership position in a spiritual place. We don't know. But the key is to know ourselves. And when we listen to other people talk, we listen for them to resonate. It's about resonating and finding community. That's what this is. We are community, and we're helping each other. And I really, really want you to know I'm extending my hand to you. If you're in a dark hole, I'm dropping a rope down to that hole. I want you to know you're not alone. You are not alone. I have been there, and so many other people have too. You've got to fight. You have got to fight. And it's not about an external fight. It's about an internal fight. You have to fight for yourself. You have to fight for your life. And you have to fight for the hope to come back. You can do this. You're way stronger than you think you are. I guarantee it, you're way stronger than you think you are. You can do this, and we're in this together. I'm not going to give up on you.